Good afternoon. My name is Raghu Bathina. I'm with Future World Studios. And as the name indicates, we are a content company. We create immersive content to help patients go through their healthcare journey and understand their healthcare journey. We believe this technology is useful, immersive storytelling. It can drastically improve a patient's ability to take a decision and make a decision. And we think this is important, and we think this is a key solution to the last mile problem of effectively educating patients at the point of care. Let me pause for a minute here. As investors here in the audience who are investing in medical device companies and medical device entrepreneurs, you spend millions of dollars and thousands of man hours in creating technology, very advanced products. We think it's important that at the point of care, whether it's a care coordinator, a nurse, or a doctor who's explaining it to the patient, that they should have the best tools possible so that your results are as good as you want them to be. We know this is important for the industry. The medical device industry is increasing their spending in patient engagement. We just feel that there is a better way to do this than what's currently done. Our customers are medical device companies, and what we're doing for them is really bringing them into the next generation of patient engagement. And you may be thinking, well, why should you use immersive storytelling for something which is already being done? Well, I think it's as simple as you're bringing technology in 2020. Why would you be using 1990 technology to explain it? This is really the future, and this is where things are going. It's not just Deloitte or somebody saying it really is the next step in compelling content. And there's proof, actually. It's not just me saying it. There's actually scientific proof that shows that immersive technology, basically when you experience something, it's 3 times more effective than when you watch it. It's more than 10 times more effective than when you hear it. And this is actually scientifically proven. In terms of behavioral change, there's been studies done using virtual reality for PTSD and pain management. It's known to be effective. But most important for us here is the impact it has on hippocampal memories. And what I'm talking about is when the patient goes through an experience, they actually retain the information. They actually remember it, and then they go back and they talk to their family members about it, and they have a feeling of being well-informed. And as we all know, a well-informed patient is somebody who is much more ready to take a decision and move to the next step. And that's why it's exciting. So we worked with Medtronic on a solution for them. TAVR, transcatheter aortic valve replacement, is a technology where you can use a femoral artery to come up and replace an aortic valve which is not functioning well. It's fantastic technology. And what we found was, it's nice for the patients to see how this mechanical valve works and how neat it is that it comes up. But the patient actually has a lot more questions. They want to know about what are the options, what are the alternatives, right? When do I get to see my family? Can I eat? When will I be able to go back to work? So there's a lot of other things that they want answered. And we worked with Medtronic, we worked with patients, and came up with a very effective solution that really worked. In fact, one of our doctors who uses it pretty much on every patient that comes in that is a candidate who has aortic stenosis. They get to see this experience. So you may be thinking, as investors, if you have medical devices companies in your portfolio, hey, maybe this would be useful for them. So let me give you a little bit of a cheat sheet on when immersive storytelling really works and some guidelines. So one is, if there is an elective procedure, right? Or if there's options where the patient has to choose between A, B, or C, this is really fantastic because you really can walk them through the different scenarios and they really come out, much more clear on what they should choose. Also, if it's a complex procedure, right, like TAVR, where it takes a little more time to explain, a virtual reality or immersive experience works really well. I'll give you, for example, if you try to do a video, right, which people say, well, why can't you use a video? We all know today with the attention span of consumers that more than 60 seconds of a video and you're going to lose the person. Well, the beauty with a multi-sensory experience, you can actually hold them for 5-7 minutes and actually convey a lot more information. So it's amazing how well it works. We surprised ourselves as we do this for more and more customers. The other reason you should use this is it saves doctors a lot of chair time because they're explaining the same thing multiple times in the day, especially the basics and the options. And I've seen it. It consumes the doctors, right? I've seen it in various clinics. It consumes them, and there's no need for them to be consumed with this basic information. Get this out of the way, then let's talk about the next level of discussion with the patient. And finally, the reason you should do it is to differentiate. I mean, you're building bleeding edge technology. You should be presenting it with modern technology as well. So I'll end with another case study that we did. Fantastic technology, StimWave. It's relief for using nerve stimulation. And in the pain management field, there's a lot of options, right? There's medication, there's physiotherapy, there's lifestyle changes, there's injections, right? And then there's these great new technologies like neurostimulators. So we worked with them and came up with an experience, and it's working really well, right? I'm not making this up, right? This is a doctor saying every patient has seen it who wants this, type thing. So, instead of just hearing it from me, this is Dr. Sloan Yu. He's a pain specialist in Northern California. He has made this VR technology that we created as part of his practice. Let's hear from him.
I'll give them pamphlets and brochures. But what I really like is when I bring out the virtual reality headset and they sit there for 15 minutes totally engulfed, totally in this world of StimWave, and they're thinking, wow, they're learning so much at the time. Oftentimes I will do all those things in 2 or 3 visits. I will bring out, all the models. I will bring out, my little skeleton. I'll bring out the pamphlet. I'll show a video on YouTube. But the virtual reality headset kind of just wraps it all together, and despite 3 or 4 visits of not getting it, kind of them being hesitant or having their reservations, oftentimes it's watching the StimWave, watching the VR headset, they'll say, oh yeah, this sounds really cool. And sometimes I'm just shocked. I'm like, wow, all this time I spent talking, I should have just started with this probably the first time.
So you can see Dr. Sloan has had very good success with it. A side note, actually, he's actually Joe Montana's doctor, if people are familiar with Joe Montana. But he told us that in addition to its effectiveness in dealing with patients, he's also found a good use for it with staff. Are you able to hear me okay? Yeah. Use the podium. Yeah, what I was saying was, in addition to his success with patients, he's also had great success using it with his staff. So what happens is many times, as with other companies, he goes to a workshop, a 3-day workshop where he's trained on a new device, a new technology, and uses some simulators, comes back to his office and is excited about starting this new practice. Now he's got to bring his staff of 10 people up to speed. Right? So he's got to take half a day off and do the best he can presenting and training them. With this experience, he used it and quickly brought his staff up also to speed. So we're Future World Studios, and in closing, I just want to reach out to you, and we do work very cost effectively with startups, and we look forward to hearing from you, and we have a very efficient process in which we do this. And so when you're ready to upgrade your patient engagement, please do look us up. Thank you.
I just wanted to say one last thing. I'm also with Future World Studios. I'm one of the co-founders and presidents. When Sloan Yu did that, started using virtual reality, and though he looks young, he's Joe Montana's doctor, he's a brilliant young man, but immediately they sold $200,000 more of the medical device in 30 days. So if you have that in your portfolio, medical devices as such, please consider using us. Thank you.